Hello everyone, welcome to Student Roots. I'm your host, Gabriela, and this program has been created for you, for our JCU community to get enriched with other cultures, with other countries, and with first-hand guests from our JCU community. They're gonna tell us about their experience growing up in different parts of the world. So, today we have a very special guest with us. Her name is Isabela Valencia. Everyone, she's from Colombia.
Hello, Gabriela. How are you?
I'm very fine. It's an honor to have you here, Isabela.
The honor is mine. Thank you for having me.
So, today we're going to start with some basic questions about your country, some basic things that people should know, but probably they don't know.
All right.
So, we're going to start with the location of your country. Where is Colombia?
Okay, so Colombia is located in the northwest of South America. It's near Panama and near Peru and other countries.
And what's the capital of your country?
The capital of my country is Bogota. Bogota is like a huge city located in the center of the country, and it's really particular because of its high altitude.
And where are you from exactly in
I'm
Colombia?
from Bogota.
Oh, you're from
Yes,
the capital.
Yes, from the capital.
Nice. And what's the language of your country? Like, what's the predominant language that they speak?
The predominant language is Spanish. We most of all speak Spanish.
I was doing some reading and I read that there are about 60 other local languages that are spoken only in Colombia.
You're right,
How does
Gabriela.
this work?
Yes, well, most of these other languages that are spoken around the country are native indigenous languages. So the quantity of people that speak these languages is very limited, and it depends on the region you're at. But most of us speak just Spanish.
I find it amazing how in one country there are over 60 languages spoken.
It's insane.
That's insane, actually.
Yeah, it's insane, and it's amazing because the government has helped to keep these languages alive and to keep like the indigenous tribes alive.
Yeah, they keep their roots of the country still alive.
Yeah, it's amazing.
I find that beautiful.
Thank you.
And I would also like to know, what is the currency? For those people who are traveling to your country, what if they take euros? What if they take dollars? What if they take quetzales? Like, what's the currency?
Yeah, okay, so the currency is Colombian pesos. You can just take whatever money you have to Colombian, then change it there. But it's actually very convenient if you have like dollars or euros, because the change is like for €1 you get 3,500 pesos, or for
3,000?
$1. Yeah, it's quite a lot. So if you take like 200 euros, you'll be fine in Colombia because the change is very convenient.
Wow.
Yeah.
And what's the religion?
Most of us are Catholics, but there are also like different types of religions.
But the predominant one is the Catholic religion.
Yeah, the Catholic.
Well, and what's your political party?
Our political party is the Conservative Party. Our president, he's called Iván Duque, and he just got in power like more than a year ago, kind of.
Oh, so recently.
Yeah, recently. And so he's from the Conservative Party, and he's trying like to improve the economy of our country, to boost it. He's trying to keep up with the peace treaty done by the last president we had, Juan Manuel Santos.
What's the peace treaty?
The peace treaty was a treaty done with the guerrilla in Colombia, Las FARC. I don't know if you've heard of Las FARC.
Yeah, I've heard about that.
So it's a treaty done after more than 60 years of war.
Wow, that's a lot.
Yeah,
that's
we had like more than 60 years of war in Colombia. So finally the treaty was done, I think, 2 years ago, and our president right now, he's trying to.
Are you happy with the results you're getting?
Yeah, I'm really happy. Like, it's a really difficult treaty to do, especially because you don't know if the people from the guerrilla are gonna be honest. But it's been amazing, and the war and the violence has reduced so much in my country. So
yeah, it's really important.
Yeah, I'm so happy about it.
Well, I'm happy for you and
Thank
for your country.
Thank you, Gabriela.
Moving on, I would like to know more about you, more about how was your life as a Colombian girl living in Colombia. How was it? And especially because you're blonde, you're like blondie, and you have like blue eyes. And was it different for you?
Well,
Because you're not like the stereotypical idea of
yeah,
like Latina that everyone has in mind.
yeah, there's this stereotypical image of the Latina who is like dark haired,
Yeah.
tan. I'm not, but
I am.
I want to be clear that yeah, I want to be clear that there's a lot of diversity around my country. Like in all of the cities, in the people, like you can find all kinds of beauty and of people, and this is like the most beautiful thing about my country. That there's nothing that is like different, but we're all like the same no matter the color of your skin, the color of your hair, of your eyes. Like this is an important for
You
us.
all have like Colombian roots.
Yeah,
Colombian
it's
blood
like a
and
vibe,
everything.
you know.
Yeah.
Yeah, and like growing up in Colombia was amazing. I had the opportunity to get to know different people around the country, different environments, from living in the city, in the capital, to going to the different beaches. We have like so many good places to go. So it was amazing. You can go to the jungle. You can go like to the different like uh, places in the coast. It's real cool because we have the Pacific, the Atlantic, and the Caribbean Sea.
So you
all
have the three there.
Yeah,
Wow.
yeah. So yeah, it was amazing growing up there.
So it's amazing how you have the city, how you have the beaches, how you have the jungle.
Yeah.
And growing up, did you ever have an experience in your country that marked you? And it was like that you realized like what your country was.
Yeah, I had the opportunity to be for a month living in the Amazon.
Wow.
And I
Beautiful.
stayed with the indigenous community there called the Comunidad de Valencia. And it was amazing because I had the opportunity to live another reality, to live another experience, to help people. There is a lot of poverty in my country, so I made like a social work there with them. It was amazing. Yeah.
No, and it's amazing how you're actually like if you want to make a change and you're helping
Yes.
and you're doing something, you know,
Yeah.
to make that change happen.
Yeah, and there's like so many things you can do to help in Colombia.
Okay, and now I want to know some phrases. If I were to visit your country, for example,
Okay.
what is something that I should know? What is something that like
Okay.
some phrases that are like, okay, if you go to Colombia, you have to know this.
Well,
What are they?
Gabriela, they're not the most beautiful phrases
Oh
in
no!
the world or words.
Feel free. You can say anything you want here.
Okay. Depends on the city you're at, but at my city we say quechimba.
Que chimba.
Yeah,
And what
quechimba.
does that mean?
It means like how cool is this? Like wow, so cool, amazing.
Also, if you see something that you like and it's like que chimba.
Yes.
Everyone says that.
Most of the people say that. Yeah, it's
Cool.
like
Yeah,
a
yeah.
word we say.
Like, que chimba.
Yeah, we also say que bacano, que bacana, or que bacan. It's
What's that?
strange because we use like the same word that stands up for different meanings and things. So if I tell you Gabriela, que bacana, it's like me telling you like you're cool, you're nice, you're like a cool person.
Yeah.
And if I'm telling like que bacano, for example, if I say que bacano in a situation, it's like what a nice situation, what a cool thing.
So you need like to be paying attention to
Yeah.
the context of the sentence and everything, so you know what's
Yeah,
going
yeah.
on.
Yeah, it's crazy. But
And any other words?
there are many other words like around the country. Like for example, if you go to the coast or if you go to Medellin, to Cali, to the big cities or different regions, each city has like a way of speaking, an accent.
So a slang, a different slang,
a
a different dialect.
Yeah, a different
Wow.
dialect. Yeah.
Within your country.
Within
so
the
within your
country.
country, in the different cities, people speak differently.
Yeah, we speak differently. And if I'm from the capital and I hear another person from another city, I don't know how magically I get to identify where that person is from.
So if you're speaking to someone else from Colombia, I don't know, from Medellin, you can be like, oh, so you're from Medellin, you're from Bogota, like,
Yes.
that's, wow,
Yeah.
that's
yeah.
really cool.
Yeah, it's cool.
Okay. And now, can you tell me a little bit about the music?
Most of the artists are Colombian. Many people don't know, but let's say J Balvin, he's known worldwide, he's Colombian. Shakira, well, everyone knows who Shakira is, and she's Colombian. Maluma is Colombian, so there are many reggaeton singers and like famous singers all around the world that are like like,
Yeah, known worldwide.
yeah,
So for all of you that listen to reggaeton, listen to Mi Gente, listen to Shakira, Waka Waka, and all these songs, and you had no idea they were Colombian, well, hello everyone, they are Colombian. Now you know. Every day, as I said, we learn something new.
exactly, Gabriela.
And besides musicians, are there any artists, like poets, or I don't know, like sculptors, or...
Yeah, there's a very famous sculptor and painter. He's called Fernando Botero and he's from Medellin. Actually, if you go to Medellin, which I hope you go,
I would love to.
well, you have to. You'll go to this part of the city where there's his museum and his like sculptures all exposed, and it's very interesting because he actually exposes like all around the world, and his sculptures and like art is particular. Have you seen his art?
Well, I've heard of his art. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like fat people, fat objects, fat animals. It's particular. Yeah.
Yeah, he likes fat.
I would like to tell you that there's another very famous person that I'm very proud of. He's called Gabriel Garcia Marquez, and he's a writer. He actually won a Nobel Prize. And he wrote 100 Years of Solitude. I don't know if you've read the book or heard about it.
I've heard of it.
Yeah, it's a very good book. I recommend you to read it. So he's also Colombian. So yeah.
So you have a bunch of artists, not only musicians, but like artists from your country. I bet you're so proud.
Yeah. I feel like I'm the proudest Colombian ever.
And if I were to go to your country and I want to buy a souvenir or I want to buy something, what should I buy? Like, what objects? I don't know.
We have like a lot of really interesting objects. One of my favorites are the work done by the Wajue indigenous people. They're like a tribe of indigenous people in a part of like my country, and they do these beautiful bags that are like all handmade and very colorful. They're very particular. So I would really recommend you, if you go there, to buy a Wajue bag.
So now you know, if you go to Colombia, don't forget to get your Wajue bag.
Yeah.
Okay. And do you consider Colombia to be dangerous? Because many people have this idea that Colombia is dangerous. What do you think? What's your...
Actually, after getting out of Colombia and living in other places, like for example here in Italy, I have discovered that literally all of the countries all around the world are dangerous. Like there's always a danger, and you like personally need to like pay a lot of attention and take like the needed measurements to be safe. But no, I wouldn't say Colombia is like a really dangerous place that people shouldn't go to. No, I feel it's the same everywhere.
I agree with you. I just think that whenever we visit another country, we should always keep a low profile to not stand out and not like create a lot of attention.
Yeah, also because like there are people everywhere that want to steal something.
Everywhere.
Yeah, so you're right.
Yeah. And now it's the fun part. Now you get to debunk those stereotypes that people have created about Colombia.
Oh, I'm excited.
Yeah, because people have created these stereotypes about that your country's this, your country's that, your country's I don't know what. And it's your time to debunk those stereotypes and let everyone know what the truth is about your country.
Perfect. Okay.
So have a look over there, and what's the first thing that comes to mind when you hear the country Colombia?
Drugs.
The moment the immigration situation with Venezuela.
Sorry, drugs.
Yeah, Colombia. That's interesting. The sun, music, happiness, people smiling and dancing.
Okay, Isabella, after watching these videos, what do you think? What do you have to say? Don't be afraid. Say everything you want.
Okay, well, I was actually expecting like the typical comment about Pablo Escobar and drugs. Actually, it's so sad for me to always hear this, especially when I'm outside of my country. Whenever I say I'm Colombian, there's an immediate relationship with Pablo Escobar, with drug trafficking, with kidnapping, with danger, with violence. So this is really sad for me, and I want to clarify that Colombia doesn't mean violence. Colombia doesn't mean drug trafficking or cocaine or Pablo Escobar. Actually, I want to tell Pablo Escobar was like the worst thing that happened to my country, and it's not like something or like an image or a person you should admire, because there's many people all around the world that admire Pablo Escobar. So yeah, I would like to say this, and as well, like, people should actually get informed and read and be like gain more knowledge about the topic before making these stereotypes.
And I believe all these stereotypes are created because of what they watch on TV.
Yeah, Netflix,
Exactly,
you know, like they
Netflix,
made
yeah.
these Netflix shows and series that actually are exaggerating everything more than it actually is. And so I just want to say that I'm very proud for being from Colombia, and I'm actually really happy for that girl, for the comment of that girl, because Colombia is that. Colombia is sun, happiness, nice people, warm people, welcoming people, good food, really good
What
food.
food, for example? If I were to go, what should I eat?
Well,
Should I
I'll tell
eat
you my
what?
favorite plate. We eat a lot. My favorite plate is called bandeja paisa.
What's that?
It's a plate from Medellin, and it's like a huge plate with rice, beans, chicharrón. Chicharrón is like a part of the pig. Eggs, avocado, plátano,
A little
like
bit of
a
everything.
little
That
bit of
sounds
everything, like the
delicious.
perfect mixture
That sounds
of everything.
delicious.
Yeah.
So, I've heard that arepas are Colombian, but I've heard that arepas are Venezuelan.
Yeah, yeah.
So, and some people are like, no, arepas Venezuelan. And they're
No,
like,
no, no,
arepas
wait,
Colombiana."
Gabriela.
Like, how does this work?
Hold
Like,
on,
where's
okay.
the food from?
Yeah, so arepas are Venezuelan but are Colombian as well. So whenever I hear arepas, I want also people to think Colombia, because it's like a main thing for us. Like arepas is our everyday, every hour, everything food. So we eat arepas for breakfast, for lunch, for
everything.
everything. Yeah, so they're also Colombians, by the way.
Well, it sounds delicious. Thank you so much, Isabella. Is there
You're
anything else
welcome.
you want to say about the stereotypes? Anything you want to like let people know?
So related to stereotypes, especially like regarding drugs and Pablo Escobar and drug trafficking and violence, I would just like to be clear that there is a minimum of respect people should have for us Colombians and for the culture and for everything. So I would love to stop hearing like these like stereotypes that people say that are quite disrespectful, and start like acknowledging that people are actually like culturales.
Yeah, cultural.
Yeah, cultural, and that they appreciate the good things about my country.
Thank you so much.
Yeah,
Isabella.
you're welcome,
It was
Gabriela.
a pleasure to have you here.
No, thank you.
And
for
for
having
everyone
me.
out there, get educated. Colombia's not all about drugs. They have good food, they have beautiful places, they have beautiful art, and you should definitely visit, because after my talk with Isabella, I'm dying to go there. Thank you, everyone. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. See you next time.